Day 4. Men will only go as far as you allow them. We've all heard a male figure utter those words of wisdom, right? Well, if you haven't, let me school you. Men will only go as far as you allow them. That's what my dad told me when I got my first boyfriend, and I realized those words rang very true. You see, when I started dating my first boyfriend, I assumed that he would care about my purity at the same or even higher level than I did. I assumed that he would protect it, cherish it, and steer clear of trying to cross any boundary that I put up. Boy, was I wrong. Not only did he not care, I felt like every time I was around him, he was tempting me to cross every single boundary I specifically told him I didn't want to cross. I felt like I was continually on guard, and it was hard to avoid the temptation. Let me make something very clear to you. Assume nothing when it comes to dating a man. In fact, assume that he will test you and try to test your boundaries. Assume that he will want more than you are giving him, and I hope you aren't giving him anything. Assume that this man doesn't really believe that you are about that purity life and will want to see if you will stick by your standards. You might think, but he's a good guy, he believes in purity, he loves me. That's great, but even a good man, even a godly man will test you. Do not be fooled. James 1:13-15 says, "When tempted, no one should say, 'God is tempting me.' For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death." When you are with a man who you like and are sexually attracted to, feelings that you've never felt before will stir up in your heart. You will honestly believe that you are strong enough not to give it to temptation, but you are not Jesus Jr. You are a human being and you are carnal. So when you find yourself in a compromising situation where the lights are low, the music is just right, and he just wants one more goodnight kiss, remember this. You are not strong enough, and you will easily give in to the enticement of lust and desire if you do not flee temptation. And once the desire has been conceived, it brings a lot of confusion, muddiness, and unwanted spirits that you do not want. I understand you like him. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be with the man you love. However, that should be saved for the context of marriage. Not dating, or in a relationship or engagement, but marriage. I believe that men should lead in purity. Men should be the ones saying, no, we're going to do this God's way, not our own. However, sometimes a man will want to do the right thing, but evil is right there, tempting him to do the wrong thing. Sometimes a man will desire to do it God's way, but if the woman isn't placing up boundaries and shielding her own heart, that man won't say no. He will allow her to give him whatever she wants, even if he genuinely respected her in the beginning. You must remember that you are responsible for you, not him. God will judge each of us as a single person for the things we do on this earth. It is up to you to manage your purity and to place guardrails around your own self so that not just anyone can come through. They must have a special key. You will know this person has the key when they can correctly manage their own purity, live by their own boundaries, and respect marriage before they even meet you. If a man doesn't respect you, he will allow you to give him whatever you give him. He won't say this, but when you choose to neglect your boundaries, his honor for you will diminish and he will not commit to you, even if he was the one who tested you to begin with. I'll end with a quote from R.C. Blakes. "Never lay down with a man who has not laid down his life for you." Verses to ponder: James 1:13-15, 1 Corinthians 6:18. Challenge. Today I challenge you to write down your personal boundaries and go over each of them with God. Make sure you're asking him what to write down and what to show you so you can be successful when you start dating. You can do this. I believe in you. Love, Anissa.